Hi there guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2019 video. Today we are back on Suburban Glasgow version 5.2e. I should have really checked it out again this time of doing this video, but as I like the route so much, I needed to get another video out for it as well. Solo Driver is the 24th of April 1988, the first Sunday after opening of the new Balloch station. You are tasked with driving a shuttle service from Balloch to Dumbarton, where you will pick up passengers off an Airdrie to Helensburgh service and then return to Balloch. As was normal at the time, you have an unrefurbished 303. It's not possible within Train Sim with the model we've got, but I like the nod to it, so I'm guessing we're in BR Blue for today's journey. Perfect. Let's get going. Right, doors open. Let's have some lights. That's it. This, of course, has got the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack included. And very quickly, what I can do is if I do this, just set my throttle up while we're waiting to go. Start the callback. There we go. So now we can set up so I can work it with a throttle. Let's get some windscreen wipers on and let's have a look at Balloch. It looks like Balloch, which I'm quite pleased about. Again, you'd know where you were with this. You do have some weather dome issues by the looks of things there. You do know where you are with this route, and that's what I really like. I will make sure Ian sees this. Love the 303. Platform Gs are complete. So the unrefurbed 303s would have had a side window here and everything. They were very, very, very pretty looking units. Is that man in the scud at the back there? You guys know if you've been watching my channel a long time, I absolutely love a 303. They were definitely a unit of my childhood. So I love having one. And in BR Blue, I don't ever remember. Vaguely have one of those weird things where I don't know whether it's a picture or a memory of a Trans-Clyde 303 and with a 314 in the background. I think that might be a photo of me with one, and that's why I think I can remember it. But my guess is it's probably a photo. And this is Alexandria. This is where my great uncle Jimmy lived. And we'd quite often. My uncle Jimmy was a very much a train fan as well. He was a fantastic modeller. He used to make commercial models in the 70s, 60s and 70s. Commercial RC models for films and that sort of thing. Mainly ships and aircraft. But he had actually when he died, I got a load of Z-gauge stuff from him and also a N-gauge American layout that he had as well. Unfortunately, they're sitting in my other uncle's garage in Edinburgh. But he was a train fan, so every time I'd go, I'd always come back with like tons. I remember being quite small and getting a Bristol Beaufighter, quite a large scale plane that he'd made that was beautiful. And I remember we were going back towards Maguire. I think we're actually going to Drimmen from Alexandria. And I was holding it out, so I've overshot the platform a little bit here. It's my own bad. I was holding it out the window of my dad's Cavalier. This is how long ago this was. And I was, doing that with it out the window, and of course I went a little bit too high, and the thing went woo. My dad turned around to go back and get it. It was just pieces. I did cry. I think I was about 8 or 9, and I remember blaring big time about it. So yeah, Alexandria Balloch. This whole line, as you all know, holds a lot of significance to me. In fact, the way this is really laid out, my Uncle Jimmy's flat would have been round there. You could sort of see the station from his flat. You couldn't quite see the trains, but you could definitely see the station sign. Every time I always went for lunch at the Maid of the Loch at Lomond Shores as well. I think there's a bit of a push to get that working again. I saw not that long ago. I was up there. I can't remember when I was last at Lomond Shores. Last year, year before maybe. Renton as well. Now this is a route I would love to see the new ATS overhead line pack that Pete Mitchell's been working on, because it would look so damn good on this. Got used to tread brakes. So used to driving things with like a 3-step or discs. Going back to something that's got quite well modelled tread brakes. It's relatively tricky. Because the slower it gets, you'll notice how much faster it decelerates. The brakes have got way more bite at a lower speed. I think somebody, I was talking to somebody about this route the other day, and suddenly they said the right words to me. They said it's believable. And that's not a word I've tended to use in train sim, but it is correct for this. It might not be absolutely picture perfect, but it is believable. I like that theory. It's one I might use a little bit more and think about what it means more to me. I love like most of the stars that come with this are like all in the rain. I was like, it's very Scottish. So a 30 limit coming up it is. I like it's got a bit of character, that AWS horn in it. Oh, a little bit of stutter. This is a wicked little scenario, this sort of idea of this shuttle service just doing this little run. It's weird how many little workings like this actually existed, and still to this day I think there's quite a few ones. I did a Greenford to one of the Ealings. Can't remember which one it was the other day. And that was a really, really odd service. It was just a tiny little link thing. It was great though. Quite well used as well when we were on it. In all its ScotRail glory there. I would really like to see a slightly backdated version of this in old school SBT orange. Or SBT red. Blue and grey 303. Love this bit here next to the scrapyard. And the river. There's one thing about Glasgow is you always have these sort of little offshoots of the Clyde. And you can see where there were, even though that nowadays there's like bugger all commercial, there's still a couple of shipbuilders. But you can see where a lot of these sort of offshoots and things were still commercial. You can see where there's docks that were still there, and once upon a time that would have been teeming with commercial industry. And that makes a very Glaswegian screenshot. Is that going to be another BR blue one, or is that going to be in orange? Some blue. I'm guessing now we turn around. Yeah, cool. I like the style of this. I was going to actually, it's going to ask me to go forward first. Ah, yeah, it is. Okay. Bit preempted there. Just got to get ahead of these points. Is there a shunt limit marker? I don't know. We're only a 3 car anyway, so. Oh! What? Unrefurbished, see no interlocks, so yeah, well, it's no operational error there at all. Definitely wasn't my fault. Let's not do it that way, let's do it the proper way, Alan. You can turn them off. Yep, you're the same, don't worry about that. The weather is having a little bit of a wobble there. It's a bit irritating. Nice and sunny. Wet and rainy. Oh no, it's actually quite nice and sunny over here as well. It's all nice and sunny now. Just a light drizzle. We might get all the way back with maybe not having to have the wipers on. That would be nice. I think somebody did put on my last Suburban Glasgow video, you can get 4 seasons in one in Scotland, and that is incredibly true. You can also get weeks where it's absolutely stunning. Don't believe the whole "it always rains" hype. It kind of does, but are we clear of rain? It looks like we are. Nice. Run back in the sun. I like the idea of that. And I'll make sure we close our doors before we pull away this time. Crazy, man. I've done a lot of driving today. A lot of driving. Although saying that, everything I think I've driven today has had DOO mode, so you've had to close the doors with R. Which just makes it even more ridiculous, really. I mean, I won't lie, it is 20 to 11 at night. So I've been going for a few hours. About 6, I think. All for you lovely people, because I'm actually away at Stag Do. Probably the weekend this comes out, or the leading up weekend that this comes out. The weekend after this. The end of this week, basically. I don't know when this video is actually going to be out, so. And that's me tied up all weekend. I've got like this house in London, right? And I hate London with a passion anyway. But it's like one of those houses that's like out The Apprentice. And my mate Aidan is the sort of bloke that will make a mess anywhere he goes. And this thing's got white carpets. So there's quite a few of us that are kind of panicking about it. It's actually crazy. I mean, why he didn't put me in a house with white carpets is daft. Let alone then encourage us to drink copious amounts of alcohol and be generally debauched for 72 hours. I'm a bit worried. Put it this way, I'm glad I'm not responsible for the deposit. You can smoke, you just can't use a match. Should have just left that. I was coming up to 35 limit anyway. What I like about this train is it's like true to life. You have to go back to off before you can put any power on. You can't just lower the power notch. So if I go into 25% there, it's not actually changing the power. I need to come off and then up to 25%. It doesn't really stop right at the end there, does it? Nah, I'm a nice driver. I'm not going to make everybody walk. I might make them late or not turn up on time. Oh, you know, I thought this sound pack had a DRA. I think this is one of the last of the sound packs before enhancement packs from AP, and it was pretty top notch when it came out. Things that sort of include, and considering there isn't actually a 303 that's running preserved, there is one preserved and they do tow it, but it's not on electrics. They did a very good job of it. That point started on the way out here as well, didn't it? Must be a big tile. Use its gradient to slow us down a little bit for the stop at Alexandria. Oh, this bit will be quite a nice learn, because I bet you can come bobbing out of there and there'll be a point where you can just shut off the power and this will literally glide into the station nicely. Steel wheel, steel rail. Stutter time. I was being nice back then, stopping them to let the people here at Alexandria. Nah, making them walk a bit. It's one thing that is true about my driving, it's consistently inconsistent. Just a cool looking thing. I think you've got to kind of, they're a bit Marmite in there, 303. You've got to kind of either love that sort of styling or really dislike it. Like I love like the 309s and that sort of thing. They've got a little look about them. Like the old Transpennine units. What were they? 1, 2, 4s were they? Don't know off the top of my head. They had the wraparound glazing around the front. Very pretty looking things. I used to have a Trix model of one. I know a few of those, but I sold a few of those. I think they still probably hold decent value. And that's us back at Balloch. That, again, was incredibly enjoyable. I really, really enjoyed that. Alright then guys, thank you very much for sitting through and watching this one with me. Please feel free to like, share, and battalion, to like, share and subscribe. Heading over to Facebook to join the Facebook group if that's your sort of thing, or heading over to Twitch from 7 o'clock on a Sunday evening and 7 o'clock on a Wednesday evening for a bit more pub-style train talk and look at Train Simulator. Also heading over to AlanThompsonSimulation.com where you can keep up to date with all the latest freeware releases plus all the payware and subscriptionware that is there available too. So once again guys, thanks ever so much for watching. I'll catch you later.